Hello, good day everyone. So welcome again on another one of our, well, this is not a live stream session or even recorded let's play. Think of it as more like an intelligence briefing on or should I say, as what I put it on the title, it's more like Halo 2 lore for beginners. Yeah, so in case of you who are new to the Halo franchise, this video will really be helpful on understanding the Halo lore. Yeah, honestly, I've already known Halo for quite some time now. Like I've been known for this one for decades now, but I have never gone, or I never kind of went through the time of checking out Halo until recently, until last week, while I kind of played the game. So anyway, that's the main purpose of this video. So at least it's more like, think of it as more like a familiarization on the whole Halo lore. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna, debrief you on some of the cinematics or the, actual lore of Halo, at least on what was revealed on Halo 2 game. So this game, the cinematics that came here directly came from the Halo Master Chief, Master Chief, what do you call this? Master Chief collection game. So yeah, also spoiler warning, because this is more like a whole storytelling of what the what the whole Halo universe is. So if you kinda don't like spoilers, please skip this video. So anyway, without further ado, so let's begin. I'm just gonna go load this up now on the screen here, so that you have an idea on the whole Halo stuff. And also take note, I've already cleared the whole game, so it's not gonna be a problem. So let's start with Terminal 1 first. These are ONI files, or I mean not ONI files, but more like files on the whole Halo lore. So let's begin with Terminal 1 first. Okay. Right, this is interesting.
Pursuant to Office of ONI Retrieval and Acquisitions Inquiry of 26 September 2552.
Oh, okay.
The following is a target profile of Thel Vadami, Supreme Commander of the Covenant Fleet of Particular Justice, compiled by Lieutenant Commander Locke.
Right.
First confirmed contact with Vadami came in 2535 on an unofficial human colony known as the Rubble.
Oh,
After-action reports from civilians, as well as Spartan Units 006, 111, and 120, suggest that Vadami was at that point a relatively minor functionary of the Prophet of Regret.
Alright.
Spartan 006 engaged Vadami in combat on the Rubble.
Oh.
Both parties survived the encounter.
Right, interesting.
Shortly after 2535, the UNSC first encountered the newly formed Covenant Fleet of Particular Justice, now led by Vadami.
Right. Okay, so the conflict I just started in the fight. Probably have to check out that Vladimir thing on the whole like
Review of early engagements with this fleet show that it quickly grew in size from 5 to nearly 60 ships.
Oh, okay.
As Vadami cut a path in many human systems.
Oh, okay, the first contact war.
ONI Section 3 made multiple attempts to anticipate or even track Vadami's movements, at the cost of a number of operatives' lives.
Right.
Vadami eluded all such efforts, and he continued his unpredictable and devastating campaign.
I see. Right. So this was the early years of the human
Vadami
Covenant
also
war.
stands out from other Covenant commanders in the frequency in which he takes a personal role in ground assaults.
Oh, right, wonderful. I guess he's the hands-on approach type of commander. Okay, so I guess that's the file 1. So we're gonna move on to the second file that, the devs of the Halo 2, or the IP owners of Halo franchise revealed. So we'll go on for Terminal 2 now. Only file, Honor Bound. Just to take note, some of these files I haven't saw this one personally, so this is the first time that I'll be looking at as well. And quite interesting if you know, if you're kind of new and beginning for the Halo, you know, Halo lore. So anyway, let's begin on Terminal 2 or second terminal. Oh, Spartan 117. Okay, it's interesting. Oh.
Camber was a major manufacturing center for UNSC fleet materials with a population of 5.6 million.
Right.
After discovering Camber's location, Vladimir penetrated the early warning perimeter without alerting UNSC forces and began his ground and orbital attacks before most of the planet knew they were in danger.
Oh,
While 17 of his ships bombed key defensive positions, Vladimir led a group of elites in a personal assault on UNSC System HQ.
Okay. So it's another one of the
first units to engage Vladimir was the 3rd Battalion Reserves,
right,
who were so unprepared for the arrival of the Covenant forces that Vladimir found them unarmed and defenseless.
Right. Yeah, from the looks of it, yeah. Early contact war, so the human did...
In an unexpected display of what appears to be honor, Vladimir allowed the 3rd to finish gearing up before engaging them in combat.
Oh, wow, that's cute.
While we've had multiple reports of a strict system of honor and ritual behavior followed by the elites within the Covenant, this is the first recorded example of such honor being shown to human opponents. But even given the chance to defend themselves, 3rd Battalion losses were complete.
Yeah, no surprise on that for the intel.
Vladimir continued his campaign across many human systems, culminating in his most devastating blow against the UNSC at Reach.
Oh, okay. So he was also present at the Siege of Reach or the Fall of Reach. That's interesting. Okay, so we'll go on terminal, 3rd terminal from Oni files. So let's proceed with this one. Kind of interesting. Particular Justice. Oh.
Vladimir's most recent and damaging blow to the UNSC was the Fall of Reach.
Oh, I see.
Oni has still not been able to fully determine how Vladimir located the planet. And once again, he caught us completely by surprise when his forces arrived in orbit and on the ground.
Okay, the Fall of Reach, I see.
Vladimir is responsible for over 1 billion total casualties and the loss of at least 7 human planets.
Oh, that's large.
His forces have defeated all UNSC counterattacks at the cost of 123 fleet vessels and over 23,000 personnel.
I see. That's a lot.
And now with Reach lost, Oni and UNSC strategic AI report a 0% confidence that the Navy can stop Vladimir through traditional means. In the opinion of this investigator, Vladimir is the most dangerous Covenant military asset on the field. It's common knowledge that the Covenant have a significant technological advantage over the UNSC, but are sometimes inflexible in their tactics. This is not the case for Vladimir. We cannot predict what he'll do next, but given time, we fear he will dismantle all remaining UNSC strongholds. This agent's recommendation: immediate termination. If humanity wants to survive this war, we cannot do it with Vladimir on the field.
Alright, so I guess liquidation with Vladimir was strategic importance for the UNSC and Oni. Right, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so he was the commander that attacked into Reach. Because when I played the, when I played the game Halo Reach, it was not known because it's mostly on the perception of the boots of the ground. So anyway, let's go for Terminal 4. This was reported by Spartan 117. So let's hear about it on this report. Okay, it doesn't look like it's made by Spartan 117. Maybe 343 Guilty Spark or something. Oh. Right, this was the first Halo rig that was destroyed by Spartan 117, John. And this is 343 Spark.
Unacceptable.
Right. Okay, this is it. Let me, yeah. Kinda...
glorious day. The prophets will be pleased that we have rescued an oracle from the humans' violation of the holy temple.
Why do you keep calling it a temple? My installation was a weapon, and one which we needed very, very badly.
Huh.
But
Okay.
Oracle, I do not understand. We were told the rings are salvation, a gateway to paradise.
Told? By whom? Anyone who told you that is a fool, or
Right.
quite mad. That installation was a beautiful tool, designed to destroy
Okay,
everything
interesting.
the flood might feed on.
Everything?
Right.
Oh, quite everything. And if even one flood spore survived the destruction of my ring,
Communications.
Oh.
Shut down all lines to the fleet.
Interesting.
We will not
Okay.
notify the prophets of our discovery until I hear everything this oracle has to say.
I will gladly share what I am permitted. But we have
Right.
little time. What has been unleashed here could destroy everything you have ever known.
Oh,
On that,
interesting.
oracle, we are in agreement.
Yeah, I kind of know this guy. This was the commander that was attacked early on the game of Halo 2. Oh, okay, it's interesting. So that facility was inside the first Halo ring. Okay. Yeah, okay. That brings some ideas on that. Okay, so we're now finished on that Terminal 4. So we're gonna go for Terminal 5 and see how this, you know, how this stuff, you know, on these files. Okay, let's begin. Okay, interesting. I guess this is the file from 343 Guilty Spark. Huh.
Your actions do not make sense. Proper protocol for a flood outbreak is to establish immediate infection reporting. Communications must be maintained with all local forces in order to track any spread of the parasite.
There
Alright.
are no local forces, Oracle. For now, all you have is me.
Oh, okay. That was interesting. I see.
But I tracked multiple ships in orbit, including some remaining human presence. In light of the danger posed by the flood, surely you can set aside this disagreement with the humans.
No! Anything still alive in orbit is our enemy. The humans have very good cause to kill us on sight. And the
Right.
knowledge you've shared with me casts doubt on the entire purpose of our covenant.
Okay,
If any of
so
our ships remain above us, they are not the help you seek.
okay, so I
But
guess
why would they not provide
Guilty
assistance?
343,
Because of this talk of prophecies
really
and
made a good
journeys?
point in
I
that
learned a
really
small amount
questioning
about
his
your
fight
covenant before that
about the
reclaimer
covenant.
blew up my installation. But my understanding is incomplete. The AI I encountered on board one of your ships was
Okay.
less than forthcoming.
What you need to know, Oracle, is that thousands of years ago, at the founding of our great covenant, a bargain was struck between the prophets and the elites. A bargain which I fear will be the end of us.
Oh, okay. That was an interesting take on that. Uh-huh. Right. So that was Terminal 5, Will of the Prophets. I mean, yeah, Terminal 5. So we're gonna go for Terminal 6. So we got 15 terminals. So yeah, let's pull it out and see what I have to see with this one. Right, so let's see what this cinematic is.
Regarding the history of the Covenant and its glorious founding species, the Sanshayum and Sanghili, the record of punished deeds would
right.
not be sufficient without a word on the Arbiter.
Oh, okay.
Not the consignment of shame that it is currently, but what came before, the legendary warriors of Sanghili past.
Okay, basically we're trying to tell the history of the what the Arbiter
Long
was.
before the Covenant, the Sanghili ruled their world with pride and vigilance, surviving the perils of both land and sea.
Okay.
These were the arbiters of old, part king, part judge, warrior rulers, unlike any of which would follow.
Well, if you ask
When we
me, it's
arrived
not
on
a
their
judge, it's more
frontier
like a
world of
warlord.
Olgathon, the cost of life was severe.
Right.
Led by a mighty arbiter, the Sanghili resisted our entreatment with ruthless force, leading to decades of war.
Oh. Right. Interesting. Okay, continue.
We would eventually triumph, of course. And when we did, we would not ignore the mantle of the Arbiter.
Ah, right. Okay, so
Like all things, we would
I
bend the
guess Arbiter
Sanghili
was a
to our own
form of
ends.
resistance to the
The
elites.
Arbiters would become the very will of the Prophets.
Oh, okay, that was interesting. Right. Okay, so we're gonna take a short break for about a minute, so just give me a second here. I'm just gonna go configure option controls, so I'll be right back. So don't worry about it. See you around, guys. I'll be back. I'll be right back. So thank you everyone for taking your time for that intelligence debrief that we just kind of made. So anyway, let's now go on to the sixth record. We already have the will of the prophet. So let's proceed now to terminal number 7 file about this unequal union. Okay, kind of interesting. Right.
For generations, our holy arrangement put the prophets in charge of religion and technology. The elites led our military forces to convert new species and find relics such as your halo.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, we continue.
And these relics you sought, the San Shayun, your prophets, told you that they would lead you on this great journey?
Yes, transcendence, eternal life. Their promises were endless. We gave up our old ways to follow the prophet's lead on the great journey. Gave up all of our history, all of our traditions.
Not all of your traditions, it seems. This arbiter you mentioned, hasn't that always been a position of power for your species?
Power?
Right.
It was long ago. An arbiter was once the pinnacle of our people, leader of the clans, and master of the battlefield. But then, an arbiter committed heresy, and an example was made of him.
Heresy?
He challenged the word of the prophets, challenged and lost.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So the title of arbiter became a badge of shame for our most spectacularly failed warriors.
Right, interesting.
Yes. They were accomplished manipulators. Back before the firing of the array. I see at least that hasn't changed.
Manipulators?
Right.
What? And before? Before when?
I will explain later. Right now, I want you to tell me everything you can of these arbiters.
Okay, that was an interesting file, to be honest. It kinda says here that what do you call this? It kinda says here that the the prophets were already around before the firing of the first Halo rings. They were already around during the flood infestation. And at the same time, it says as well that the prophets were basically manipulating the elites to do their bidding or their dirty work. Kinda interesting, although the prophets themselves do not have the full extent of the idea on what are the consequences or what is the main purpose of the ring. They think of it as more like, they're kinda ignorant as well. They kinda think of it as more like a religious thing. But they do not have an idea that it's more like a doomsday weapon or a galactic doomsday weapon. So anyway, interesting. So let's move on now on this one, on Terminal 8. I'd like to see this one as well. So anyway, let's go. Okay, interesting. Right.
Our holy city was not always as it is, nor was the Covenant.
Oh, okay.
At one time, it was only San Shayum and Sanghili.
Oh,
But as we grew,
okay.
and new species were added to our number, radical steps had to be taken.
Oh, I see. So it was only
Our
an
first encounter with the
dual
Let Golo
alliance.
was an effort in futility.
Huh. Right. Legokolo?
The blasphemous creatures had devoured a Forerunner orbital, shattering its remains into 1 trillion pieces.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
What was left became the Rings of Te.
Right.
As no conventional methods could purge the rings of their infestation, we sent one of our most faithful, an Arbiter. For a full year, this Arbiter ventured across the surface of one of their moons, learning both their strengths and their weaknesses.
Oh, okay.
It was there that we discovered the Let Golo's secret.
Huh.
Although some of their kind rightly bore the blame for the orbital's desecration, others had only devoured around the Forerunner materials. And with reasoning and much labor, these could be used to serve the Covenant.
Oh, the hunters. Okay, that's
And by
kind of
these
interesting.
means, the great Arbiter had given us one of our most sought-after treasures.
Right.
Access to innumerable processing pathways of the mighty Forerunner Dreadnought, and to the many secrets it held.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was interesting. So the third race, the Legoko, that they kind of discovered, were also key to how they fully control the, that high charity, high charity holy city of the Covenant. Okay, interesting. Nice, interesting. That's a great way of learning some Halo lore. Okay, well, anyway, let's go now to the yeah, okay, this is kind of interesting. That's why they named this record timing the Hunters. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go for Terminal 9, which is the Divine Inspiration. Huh. Okay, let's hear this one out.
It is most unusual that in all the exploits of these Arbiters, you never mention their role in choosing their missions of redemption.
Right.
There is no role, Oracle. Once one of our commanders becomes an Arbiter, he belongs to the Hierarchs.
I see. Okay.
These hierarchs, they are the same high prophets who control all the holy relics you collect from my time?
The same.
And they
Right.
use these relics to build your new weapons and bring you the word of your gods?
It has always been so.
I see. Right.
Interesting. Am I a holy relic?
I do not understand.
Because I am certainly not a god.
Right.
I am a tool, as is this mining platform you stand upon, as was the installation that once orbited the planet.
Ah, okay.
The Forerunner's
Interesting.
technology is lasting and indeed quite powerful, but I'm quite certain they would have told me if I was infused with some kind of divine power.
Right.
I suspect some of your prophets may have been quite aware of how much divine inspiration tools such as myself could provide. And you never questioned these proclamations. Even your mightiest warriors, these arbiters, never questioned?
Okay, this is interesting.
Questioning was what brought shame to the word Arbiter long ago, Oracle.
Right.
How
Because of
disappointing.
dogma.
I fear now that there are many questions we should have been asking for a long, long time.
I would be
Right.
more than happy to answer any such questions, but I have a few more for you. Continue your tale of these arbiters.
Okay, so yeah, that kind of reminds me of that elite that was accused of heresy. So it turns out he kind of discovered the truth in the first place. And there's as a reprimand, the prophet sent the current arbiter to silence him on the charges of heresy. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Covenant record, ongoing rebellion. So it does mean that I thought earlier that the I kind of thought earlier that the Covenant was a stable and strong alliance of of aliens. But as it turns out, this file kind of reveals that the Covenant was not exactly as stable as we thought it was. There have been internal uprisings here and there, much like the situation of the UNSC before the war of the before the war with the Covenant. The UNSC was heavily engaged in fighting insurrectionists during that time. That's also the main reason why they kind of, started the Spartan program to begin with. But anyway, I'm not gonna go delve into that. That's a long story. We're kind of, want to cut this short as much as possible. So let's go play this one in Terminal 10, the Covenant record, Ungoi Rebellion. Alright.
Whereas most species were grafted into the Covenant by faith or mutual beneficence,
Okay.
the Ungoi were not such. Their kind was brought into the fold by force, and it was by force that they were held captive.
Ah, interesting.
Their world had no prayer against our might and majesty,
Right.
and their peoples were quickly laid low, many of them brought into subjugation.
I see.
Yet while some species would perish under such pressure, others rise to the occasion, taking arms if need be, fighting back.
Right.
Such it was for the Ungoi when their feud with the Kigyar led to rebellion. An effort by the Kigyar to sterilize the Ungoi population was met with stiff resistance, and for a time, the holy city was thrown into chaos.
I see. So they were
Once
more like
fully
an
provoked,
enslaved race as well.
The Ungoi were merciless in their violence, lashing out at all species. Their large numbers and their tenacious volatility made them a suitable challenge, even for the elites.
Right.
And yet again, we turned to an arbiter. And with a ferocity unparalleled since the beginning of the Covenant, the Ungoi world would be reduced to glass.
Right.
Those within the holy city would be forced to watch, unable to stop what could have been the very end of their kind. The Ungoi rebellion was brought to an end by the Arbiter's hand.
Right.
Their world was not completely lost, and those who survived within high charity found some measure of mercy. They had proven their worth in combat, and would now serve alongside the Sanghili in battle.
Okay, that was an interesting backstory about the Grunts or the Ungois. They are basically didn't join the Covenant willingly. They just got folded by force or by violence. And of course, I guess this was one of the uprising that the Covenant faced before the Covenant's schism, before before the elites were prosecuted. So anyway, let's continue on with terminal number 11. Monitor report agent down. Okay, let's see how this works. Or what's this one? Kinda interesting. Oh, okay. I want to see this one first.
I'm starting to fear that you're not very smart.
Mind your tongue, Oracle.
Oh, I mean no offense. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your species. How long have these prophets been anointing arbiters?
Since the fall of Falchavami, the first disgraced arbiter, roughly 400 years ago.
Incredible! And in all this time, it never occurred to you how convenient it was that your prophets were able to find a powerful, capable leader among your people, who happened to suddenly commit a terrible blasphemy every time the power structure of your covenant was threatened.
I
Right.
do not understand.
That's very,
You do little to dissuade
yeah,
my
that's kind of
fears.
very opportunistic of the prophets, to be
Then
honest.
teach me.
Looking back at the record of the arbiters you discussed, was it not surprising to anyone that those chosen to become arbiter were more than simple warriors?
How so?
Each of them had significant political influence among your people. In
Right.
some cases, that influence was already being used to question the decisions of your hierarchs.
Yeah, very
In
interesting.
fact, that very questioning often gave rise to the charges of heresy that so neatly removed the challenger from the hierarch's concern.
Oh,
And
okay.
once they were branded arbiter,
They promptly and quite cheerfully ran to meet their deaths.
Uh-huh. That was interesting.
all our lives we looked down at the path, put our feet where the prophets tell us. All our lives spent convincing ourselves of the truth of our covenant.
Right.
All of it truly have been wasted.
Let's hope not all of it, for we have a great deal of work to do. The flood is still out there, so I require a cooperative reclaimer to enact proper containment procedures. But your
Right.
covenant keep trying to kill all the reclaimers I can find. All this bickering is quite a deadly waste of time. Right now, the most important question we can ask is this. Who could break this hold the prophets have over you?
Okay, that was a very interesting details of information, to be honest. It kind of showed that yeah, it kind of shows that those who are enlightened or so happen to be more influential gets selected and chosen by the prophets to be the arbiter, and they kind of bring up a lot of false charges just to bring him under their control. Kind of interesting piece of information, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, that finishes the Terminal 11. So let's go for Terminal 12, Covenant Records, The Great Schism. This is the feud that started between the elites and the brutes that kind of ended up in a mess. So, yeah, in other words, this is the thing that kind of made the situation that made the Covenant broke up or break up. So anyway, let's go on Terminal 12. Okay, let's see how this goes.
The history of the Arbiter is one of both legend and infamy. Their name has been corrupted by great shame, though
Right.
the contemporary is perhaps the most confounding of all. Thel Vadami was born of noble blood, the legendary House of Vada. His
Oh.
family's renown demanded great expectations for his military career, and he would meet them all.
Okay, the guy, the commander who, you know, sieged Breach, or the one who's in charge of the attack at Breach.
One of the youngest to achieve
Alright.
the status of shipmaster, and one of the youngest to gain the rate of supreme commander.
Oh, okay, I guess he was a
In our
cheater.
campaign against the humans, few have risen to renown as Vadami. World after human world, all laid low for the sake of the great journey.
Oh,
But then came Halo.
yeah, that
Shame
was around
unto shame.
500 worlds.
He failed his greatest charge, and the sacred ring was desecrated. By such disgrace, Thel Vadami became the Arbiter.
Oh,
As a mere scribe,
this-
I do not challenge the word of the hierarchs.
Right, okay,
But I would
this
be
brings
remiss
it. So
not
the
to
real
voice
name of the
concern.
arbiter was Vadami, okay.
This Sangheili should have
That's
been put
kind of
down,
interesting. I never thought of that.
publicly slain as an example to all of our prayerful expediency.
Okay, so he's the youngest experienced commander and the one who attacked
With the
Breach,
discovery of
and
a
now he
second
kinda got
ring
disgraced.
and the changing of the guard, All things are in jeopardy. Will this arbiter remain loyal?
It was also one
Or
responsible
will he stand with his
on the
people as
great
they are
schism
abolished by
of,
our
in
newfound
the Covenant.
might?
Alright.
I would never openly challenge the divine proclamations of a hierarch,
Alright.
but this arbiter is a risk I would not have tolerated. And I now fear the days of the Covenant are numbered.
Yeah, he was right about that. So he wanted to get rid of that arbiter. Turns out the arbiter kind of found out the real truth of what was the Halo rings about and the truth about the Covenant. Yeah, kind of interesting, really. Really interesting. So I did not know that Telvedemy was actually, he was actually the one who's in charge of destroying Reach. I thought here on Halo 2 he was simply known as the Arbiter, some disgraced commander from Halo 1. Okay, but anyway, we're not gonna get carried away, so let's go on this one, Terminal 13, just to clarify some details about the Halo, Halo lore. Right. This is a dialogue.
The only one I would
guy
trust
in,
with this information is
K-42
probably dead right now. He was commander of the fleet that brought me to the system. Felvadamy was his name.
Okay.
But after hearing you tell of the destruction of the ring, I cannot believe that he still lives. His orders were to secure the ring, to prepare it for the arrival of the hierarchs.
Right.
Vadamy never fails in his duties.
Only this one. Well, Master Chief kind of
If
kicked
the
his butt.
ring is no more,
Right.
then Vadamy must be dead.
Duty can indeed be a dangerous virtue.
Yeah.
But even if he
Sorry.
did live, wouldn't this sense of duty make him quite unlikely to set aside his allegiance to the prophets?
Oh, right.
Perhaps not. And he would never betray our people. No, if we were able to just speak to him, explain everything you have told me. But no, these are futile hopes. If he did live, and if he was returned to the High Prophets, they would
Right.
most certainly punish him for the destruction of the ring.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, this
fact,
leads to the scene
He
in
would be
Halo,
the exact
second
kind
Halo,
of leader the hierarchs would make
Halo
arbiter.
game.
They would need someone to blame for the loss of the ring.
Right.
His influence within the fleet grew with every one of his victories over the humans.
Alright.
And if he did become arbiter,
Then he would be lost to our cause. Without the knowledge you've shared with me, he would obey the prophets without question.
Yeah, that kind of complicates
I
things.
doubt he would even respond to his former name. I don't know what it would take to overcome, but as you say, we don't have time to ask such questions.
Right.
And Vadamy is almost certainly dead.
if all your hopes rest on him, then I fear for the future of this galaxy.
As do
Right.
I, Oracle. As do I. But I will begin our fight. Make others aware of the lies the prophets whisper in our ears.
Right.
And soon, we will find more who will take up our cause.
Oh, okay. So this, yeah, he's kind of gonna be accused of heresy on that part. The only mistake I think that Refimi didn't make on his, on his situation is that he did not seek an unholy alliance with the humans. Okay, which the Arbiter did. Ah, interesting. Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of changed the situation. The Arbiter kind of unwittingly, or at least kind of unwittingly, sought an alliance with humans. Huh. Okay, but anyway, let's go now to Terminal 14. So we got one more, and this has been a very long debrief of Halo lore for beginners. I myself am learning some details about the Halo lore. Anyway, let's go on Terminal 14. Right. Human colony of Meridian 2551. Okay, interesting. So what about it? Oh, okay, that's cute. The White Elite. Right, so how...
Activate the kindler. Make haste. We have little time.
Interesting. Oh,
It has been found, Commander. Very well. Mark the coordinates and proceed with caution.
oh, okay. I guess this is the Forerunner relics or past technology.
And to think, it has been under their noses all this time. Humans are foul animals. They lack the intellect and the purity to discern the ways of gods. Prepare the luminary
Right.
for retrieval. The Hierarch will reward us for our devotion.
Okay, so it's about a survey about the Forerunner technology found.
Well
within
done,
it.
Commander. Do you know what you found?
A luminary Hierarch. A divine instrument.
Right.
It is more than that, Commander. This is the one spoken of in the prophecies. It lights the sacred path.
Ah, okay. Wow.
Stewards, good news, I pray?
It was not easy, Blessed One. The luminary was not forthcoming with the holy words, but our hope proved true.
Right. Oh, I think it's some sort of construct, a Forerunner construct of some kind. Maybe a robot or a
sacred
map or a
rings.
map.
Halo.
And not Halo alone, High Prophet. It also told of this. The final home of the Forerunners, and the creation of the sacred rings. The Ark.
Oh, the mega installation.
My gods.
Yeah.
It is glorious. The stories were true. Where did the gods hide such a treasure?
It lies far beyond the borders of our galaxy, accessible only by way of portal. The one portal the luminary spoke of was here. The Forerunners called it Erde Tyrene.
Our calling is clear. We must go
crap.
there at once. We will take the ships in
that
our
really
command
makes
and go to
sense
this
why,
world
there
immediately.
was
This
some sort of expeditionary
Erde Tyrene.
invasion fleet on Earth.
Take heed, brothers.
So there's
Your
a
work
portal directly
signals
that
the
leads to
culmination
the,
of our covenant's holy
you know,
quest.
that mega structure.
Hold fast. The great journey is at hand.
Okay, that was interesting. I thought earlier that it was just... Yeah, I kind of know when the start of the, the start of the game of Halo 2 here, I thought that it was some sort of investigation. But it turns out, yeah, it is an investigation, more like an archaeological... I thought it was... I thought earlier the start of Halo 2 fleet, or, the Covenant fleet that attacked Earth, I thought it was a military type of expedition. Kind of like a reconnaissance kind of thing. But as it turns out, on File 14, it's not exactly a reconnaissance type of fleet that arrived on Earth. It was more like an archaeological scientific type of fleet. So in other words, they're not exactly prepared for combat. They only thought that this mega structure that they're finding out in the one that has direct access to the Ark, the one, or basically the Ark is basically a factory of the Halo ring worlds, is right beneath Earth, or on in this case on New Mombasa. So yeah, I guess definitely the Covenant did not like as what said on the Halo 2 game, it is said that the Covenant was kind of confused at first because they did not realize that that planet was actually, in fact, the home world of humans. Alright. So what I thought earlier on the game and playing Halo 2, it was more like a military expedition, more like a reconnaissance type of a reconnaissance type of expedition, but it turns out it's not. It's a scientific, religious one. Okay, but anyway, I'm not gonna go further with that. So let's go now to our final, final terminal here to complete our, our debrief and intel on, Halo 2 lore for beginners. So anyway, let's play this one out.
Roger that, Chief.
Meet you at the rendezvous point
Right.
when we're done here. Blue 2 out.
John should be here too.
Oh, Linda.
They'd listen
Yeah,
to
I kind of
him.
heard of her.
Somebody needs to be getting work done while we deal with the red tape.
What do you think they want from us?
It's naval intelligence, Linda. They want us to tell them everything's gonna be okay.
Oh, right. This
Hate
is
to
a
disappoint.
big- Yeah, Linda. Oh. Okay, so they're kind
Blue
of
team.
reporting.
Where's the Master Chief?
He asked that I answer the Council's questions. Sir,
We've been reviewing your report.
Right.
You found a Covenant command and control station. It says here they were amassing an invasion fleet of more than 500 ships.
Oh, that's large.
the station was sufficiently disabled, but the threat is still out there.
Right.
I have the report, but for the record of this council, what was this fleet's intended target, Spartan?
Oh. Yeah, that's early intelligence reports about the 500 fleet. 500
Station
ships.
control, can I get confirmation on probe Charlie 319er? Looks like it might be a faulty reading, but
Alert, 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 alert.
this can't be right.
C319 is active and functioning properly.
Station! Alert home fleet immediately! They found us! The Covenant! They found Earth!
Right. Okay, that leads to events of the first Halo game, but exactly, it was not exactly. They were expecting, I guess, that it was around 500 ships that would invade the solar system, but it turns out it was only 50 ships, and it was the fleet of the the Prophet of Regret. So in other words, the Covenant was still clueless on which on which they were targeting. Yeah, they were pretty much clueless on it. Probably I could only suggest that the Covenant might have thought earlier that which was the home world of the humans, not Earth. So yeah, it kind of mentions as well on the second on the early parts of the game of Halo, the second Halo game, that they only was expecting 500 ships to arrive on Earth, but it only arrived on Reach, and the ones that arrived on Earth were just only 50 ships. So anyway, nice. That was a very interesting info dump on Halo lore for beginners like myself. So yeah, that's not bad. That was a great information on this Halo Anniversary Terminals. It basically irons up all the plot holes, or not exactly plot holes, or some facts that I have to know on the Halo lore. So anyway, I guess that will conclude now on our on our video for today about this Halo lore for beginners, or Halo 2, to be specific, Halo 2 lore for beginners. So till next time, everyone, we'll see you soon. If you kind of like my video, please don't forget to hesitate to click on that like and subscribe button. It will really help me a lot when it comes to making this video. So till next time, everyone, and I hope to see you soon on our videos or our Let's Play sessions on Halo 3, because that's the next thing I'll be playing in, and hopefully we'll go also unlock Halo 3 Anniversary Terminal files. So yeah, see you around, guys, and cheers, happy playing.